Hi there all you lash besties. Today I am showing you how I do a lash lift on a client who has blonde and thin lashes. So today I am taking you through all of the tips and tricks on how I make sure that I am cautious and keep those lashes safe for years on out. So go ahead and keep on watching and leave any tips and tricks or questions that you have in the comments below.
So I am starting out by showing you guys the rod and the curl that I decided to use for this client. I decided to go with our medium curl. She has medium length lashes, so this will be perfect as it still has a really beautifully pronounced curl, but it won't be too large for her particular lash size. I also am using our pre-cut tape. I am just making sure that all of those bottom lashes are completely covered so I don't accidentally get any of the perming solution on those bottom lashes. I'm also just making sure that my client is completely comfortable and that there is no discomfort while she sits and gets this service done. So you can see here that I put a bit of our glue right on the back of the rod and I am placing it down onto her eyelid with very light pressure, and you want to make sure that you get this as close to the lash line as possible. That way the curl is coming from the root of the lashes and you don't have straight lashes that then go into a curl at the top because the rod was not close enough to the base. Here you can see that I am using our Y brush, and I really like this brush as I use it in a bit of a unique way. I like to use the back of the brush, the circular part, to push those lashes up onto the rod. It can take a couple tries to get the lashes to stick to the rod with the glue, and that is okay. You can just keep working it until they stick. And then I will flip the tool around like you can see here, and I will use the jagged end that has some teeth that can grip onto the lashes. And this is what helps me separate those lashes so that when they are permed and lifted, they have a really beautiful flare and they are not clumped together. So here you can see I'm just going through if there are any lashes that I originally placed that have come undone. I am just replacing those down, making sure to not put too much adhesive as I don't want to create a barrier, but I do want to make sure that those lashes are staying in place and not moving during the lifting process. Here you can see I am just grabbing a couple of our doe foot applicators and I am taking the next step, which is the lifting lotion, and I am just making sure to put this right at the base of the lashes. You want to make sure that you are not getting too close to the water line that any of the fumes or the product can go into the eye, but you do want to make sure that you keep this product primarily at the base and try to stay away from the very tips of the lashes. Those tips are the oldest part of the lash and they are more brittle and frail, so you do not want to over process the very tops of the lashes. So here you can see I am just waiting. I waited 4 minutes with this particular client because her lashes are blonde and thin. And then I am just taking a clean applicator and just gently removing that product. I am just making sure to not move any of the lashes, keeping them right in place, but I am just getting rid of all this solution and prepping them for solution number 2. Okay, so we are on to our next solution. This is the setting lotion. Our last solution broke down all of those keratin bonds and made the lashes very pliable and easy to shape. This next solution that I am putting on is rebuilding all of those bonds into the new shape, the curled lashes. So again, you want to make sure that you put this product exactly where you put the last solution, as every place that it touches is where it will rebuild those bonds. Again, we are keeping it very close to the base, but not touching the very tips of the lashes. I am waiting about 4 minutes, and then I will remove this solution. I am now removing it with a wet applicator as there is no more product that is going on after this, and so I want to make sure that I really get all of that solution off. You may have noticed that I also did not use any cling wrap with this particular process. I did not use that because her lashes are thin and blonde, and I want to make sure that I don't over process them, and so I chose not to use the cling wrap as the cling wrap does keep in heat and it does speed up the process. I'm using our last product here. This is our keratin booster, and I really like to use this product as a dual product. So I use it not only to boost that keratin and those lashes, make them really healthy and shiny, but I also help to get the glue and the lashes off of the rod. So you can see here, I just went in circular motions. I was able to easily get all of those lashes unstuck from the rod, and now I'm just going through with 2 applicators that both have the keratin booster on it, and just going through each of the lashes, making sure to remove all of that adhesive before I remove the rods. Now you can see that I am also using that keratin solution to take the rods off of the eyelid. I just like to slip the doe foot applicator under the rods and just gently lift up just to remove those rods. It is much easier this way as it gets rid of all of the glue as you are working. Here you can see I am just brushing through the lashes, and I also have a fan off camera that is drying them just so that when the client opens her eyes, she is comfortable. I'm now removing those under eye pads and again getting rid of any extra adhesive that I may have missed, and then she is good to go. This will last her 4 to 6 weeks and she will have lifted lashes. She'll want to not get these wet for the first 24 hours.